For those of you who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, head over to YouTube, type in at LifeCoach614, and hit that subscribe button. Press the bell so that way you get notification. All right, y'all, let's get it. Greetings, dear radio listeners and viewers tuning in to our live stream, or hey, to those of you who may be catching this replay. For those of you who don't know, my name is Shantae. I'm better known as on social media as LifeCoach614, and I am absolutely delighted to have each and every one of you here with us today as we set out on a new journey of self-care and well-being together. Now, before we dive into the topic at hand, I do want us to take a couple moments to establish some ground rules and boundaries for our space. In order for us to maintain a harmonious atmosphere, we do have admins and moderators on hand to assist us through the chat. Please keep in mind that this safe space is dedicated to sharing, caring, and embracing each other's unique self-care paths. Your active participation and engagement during our sessions help us to cultivate the positive energy that we cherish here. We kindly ask that you consider your contributions with intention and understand that all donations and subscriptions during our live streams directly support the Self-Care Club, LLC, nurturing a ripple effect of positivity in our community. Your kindness fuels our mission, and it's why we're able to do what we do each day. Or anyone who is seeking additional information about the Self-Care Club, if you are looking to tap into the free resources that we offer, or if you are ready to book your one-on-one life coaching session with me, I encourage you to visit the selfcareclub.org for more details. Again, head over to selfcareclub.org to find out more information about what we offer and the services that we provide. Now, together, let's transform this community, this online virtual space, into a nurturing and uplifting space for all. If you are ready to embark on a fresh self-care adventure, don't hesitate to throw some green hearts in the chat for me to let me know that you are ready. Again, throw some green hearts in the chat if you are ready. Ready. Let me see who's here for it today. Miss Gloria, I see you. Thank you. First Lady here for it. H ready. Cool. Listen, as long as one or more agree, y'all, I'm here for it. So all month long, we've been having conversations to honor Mental Health Awareness Month. We've been sharing stories and exploring strategies for self-care and building our resilience. And all of our discussions have been to shed light on the importance of mental well-being. So I'm glad that you are here today to join us as we continue to advocate for compassion, support, and the destigmatization. Our whole purpose is to create a community where everyone feels heard and valued. Thank you, guys. All right, so like I said, all month long, we've been having these conversations where we have selected a word for the day. One single, easy, basic word for the day. And then we have been redefining this word when it comes to our self-care. And so our word for today is revive. Revive. Can you guys put that in the chat? Revive. Because listen, it's springtime, right? I'm trying to make old things new again. You know what I mean? I'm trying to grow, right? Continue to grow. So I want to revive something that may have died in me, right? Or I want to bring myself back to life. Maybe I forgot who I was, right? Before I started adding tax to myself, before I started upgrading myself. And so if I'm going to revive it, that means I'm going to light a spark, right? I'm going to bring it back to life. I'm going to make it new, make it whole again. We talk about how broken crowns still color. And we acknowledge that all of us have been through some things in life, right? We've been through some things that have knocked us down and almost took us out. But you know what? We still here. we still standing. So we have this opportunity to revive ourselves. And so when I think of the word revive, obviously it's a verb. So when we talk about the basic definition of revive, it's to bring back to life or consciousness, to restore to use, activity, or notice, to renew in vigor, health, or spirit, to awaken or stimulate memories, feelings, or the like. So overall, the word revive encompasses the idea of bringing something back from a state of decline or inactivity to one of activity and improved condition. Anybody else feeling revived? Like, hold up. I'm going to read that part again. It says, the word revive encompasses the idea of bringing something back from a state of decline, meaning you was headed for self-destruction. You was falling off. You forgot who you were. You dropped your crown, right? A state of decline. And we're going to bring it back. What up, Mika? We're going to bring it back from a state of inactivity, from a state of decline, to one of activity and improved condition. Y'all, everything about that has, what I'm trying to do written all over it. Because if I want to keep trying to grow through the things that I'm going through, then that means I need to revive. Right? I need to make me whole again. I want to make me over. All right? So when we think of revive, we're going to break this word down because I need for y'all to apply this to your self-care. I need for y'all to know that the word revive has so much power and so much hope for us as we continue to grow through these things that we're going through. And so when I think of the word revive, when I break that down for my self-care and for each of you today, the R in revive is for reconnect with self. Reconnect with self. The E is for energize your spirit. V for value self-care. I is for invent joy. The other V is for visualize positivity. And that E, honey, that E is for embrace rejuvenation. Y'all, we're going to tap into each one of these. So again, I'm really just excited to even have the opportunity to share this concept with you, because I know for a fact that our self-care has the power to change our lives. And my focus for us today is just to bring about a renewed sense of purpose, right? Because each and every one of you already have purpose. Each and every one of our value was established the moment we were born. Okay? So each and every one of us already hold value and worth, but not many of us have really tapped in and understood what our purpose is in life. And so today I want to bring about a renewed sense of purpose, energy, and joy. And, today my focus is to energize your spirits, help you to start to value your self-care, to invite joy, right? We want to invite joy into our lives. We want to open the door for positivity and possibilities. We want to visualize this positivity and ultimately embrace this rejuvenation. I want y'all to welcome being made over. Okay, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means right now we're not all operating at the highest version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves. There's more out there that we can do. And so, like I said, today we're going to explore each one of these steps, and I'm going to add in some affirmations for you. So again, with the word revive as our word for today, we've got to first talk about reconnecting with self. Can you guys type reconnect with self in the chat? Reconnecting with self. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Listen, my words have nothing if there's nobody listening. So I appreciate you. Yes, reconnecting with self. All right. So we know we live in this world where things are constantly moving. All right. Even when we're sitting still, things are moving. Right. So we have these busy lives, you guys. And it is very easy for us to lose touch with who we are, especially with social media, trying to influence us to, to dress a certain way, to love a certain person, to live a certain lifestyle. It is really easy to slip in and really forget who you are and what your values are. And so when we think about reconnecting with ourselves, that means that we're taking time to start to reflect on what truly is important to us, right? What really matters for us. Not from what society tells me I should believe in or who I should love. It means that I'm going to spend time reflecting on myself. I'm going to start to do my shadow work. I'm going to begin meditating, and I'm going to start to listen to my inner voice, right? And so, we can achieve this by starting to journal, spending quiet moments in nature, or simply sitting in stillness. Some of us, hey fam, welcome in, Kale and Wanda. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're talking about revive. All right, and y'all just in time because we're just on the R. The R is for reconnect with self. And so, in explaining to this, and one of the ways, obviously, that we can reconnect with ourselves is to do our mindful exercises, our mindful activities. And what I was explaining was that this can be achieved through journaling. I'm huge on journaling, okay? And, you can elevate that by going and spending quiet moments in nature. And for some of us, like y'all know me, y'all know by now I am not an outside girl. Listen, nature get too naturey out there for me. I don't like the bugs and this disruption. It disturbs my peace, so I can't really relax when I'm out there. So what I do is I bring the nature in here. Y'all hear them birds chirping? Okay, y'all see I'm surrounded by the greenery, right? So I can still enjoy nature by creating my own atmosphere. So I've got my plants, I've got my, my frequencies in the background. Yeah, it be too naturey out there, bipolar. I'm just saying. I've even closed my eyes to meditate and then a bug land on me and I'm done. The whole meditation is over. But at least in here I can comfortably focus, right? So again, when we talk about spending quiet moments in nature, you've got to operate in a manner that is comfortable for you. And so for me, creating my own natural environment. Now I've still got my plants. We've got our live plants back here, to still focus on. So I still get to play in the dirt a little bit, y'all. Just not, that conventional way. Not the way the society told me that I have to do it. I get to do it my way, on my terms. Welcome in, Lady Blue, McFry. I see you. So again, another easy way to reconnect with yourself is just to simply sit with the stillness. When is the last time you really just sat in silence? You didn't feel the need to talk. You didn't feel the need to pick up your phone to have to do anything. You just sat in silence. Cherry Doll, welcome in. That silence is something that is so amazing. That is our opportunity, especially when something is weighing heavy on our mind, especially when we've posed a question to the universe or we have these desires, right? We need to spend some time, professing what it is that we want, to say, hey, universe, this is what I'm struggling with right now. This is what I need help with right now. This is what I'm having trouble comprehending right now. And I just, want to take a few moments to listen. And so when I sit in silence, now all of a sudden my mouth is not doing this anymore. I'm quiet, which means my sense of hearing is heightened. Because it's hard to hear when you're talking. It's hard to hear when you're moving around doing stuff. So when you're able to just sit in silence and breathe, you have the opportunity to then reconnect with the universe, to hear why you keep hitting this roadblock, to hear why things aren't progressing in the direction that you would like them to. But you got to stop doing all of this. You got to stop moving and zooming and trying to keep up with the Joneses. You got to stay in your lane because it's calm over here. It is peaceful over here. Mr. Awesome, you're so awesome. So again, make sure that you are spending time reconnecting with yourself. Make sure that your values and your beliefs are still aligning with your actions. Because sometimes we slide off. We get off track. We're human. So we want to make sure that we regularly spend time reconnecting with ourselves to make sure that we're in total alignment. Right? Get your chakras together, y'all. So when I think of an affirmation to, reconnect, it is, I am in tune. You hear that? In tune. I am in tune with my inner self, and I embrace my true identity. I am in tune with my inner self, and I embrace my true identity. Remember, guys, when we reconnect with our true selves, it allows us to gain clarity and direction. Right? So imagine when you're taking a trip and you got fog and you really can't see what's in front of you. And you know you're going somewhere, but you really can't see. So now you're nervous. You're on edge, right? But when we start to reconnect with ourselves, that fog clears up. Right? When you get the toxic people out your life and you start to rid yourself of these toxic situations, all of a sudden you can see clearly now. Like they say in the song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles that are in my way. It didn't say I can see clearly now and now there's nothing in my way. It just simply says I can see all the obstacles in my way. And I would much rather have the ability to see what's in front of me and see the obstacles that are in my way, so that way I can start to navigate through them better. Because when you can't see, then you just blindly run and bump into things. So that allows us, reconnecting with ourselves allows us the opportunity to start to live more authentically and more unapologetically. So make sure y'all carry that with you as we continue to talk about this revive. Okay? So next is the E. E is for energize your spirit. Go ahead and put that in the chat for me. Energize your spirit. Bipolar Black Chick says that she is experiencing her true self now. And that's what's up. Nothing feels better than that clarity, y'all. Nothing. That's right. Energize your spirit. Look, I'm not even going to hold y'all. Life be lifing. Okay? Life can be draining, but we all have the power to rejuvenate our spirit by engaging in activities that uplift us. Okay? We've got to start to tap into the things that bring us joy and the things that bring us happiness. We've got to let go of all of this toxic mess. We've got to let go of all of this stress, all of this heartbreak, all of this hurt that we're holding on to. When we think about life, imagine life being this backpack that you carry. And for all of these experiences that you've endured over the years, all of this heartache, heartbreak, stress mess, depression, anxiety, whatever it is, whatever burdens that you're carrying, each and every one of those bad things, each and every one of those burdens that you have experienced is a rock in the bag that you're carrying. And so when you first started out, the bag didn't seem so heavy. You had a few setbacks. You got a few rocks in the bag, right? I'm 45. Y'all, that bag, huge. At this point, I can't even lift it up no more. The bag then ripped open at the seams, and there's rocks spilling out all over. Okay, I can't even carry the bag no more. And so prior to me tapping into my self-care and energizing my spirit, I couldn't pick this bag up anymore. Like, honestly, y'all, I know the bag is under the boulders, okay, because my rocks have now turned into boulders. And I know the bag is under there somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's in that direction. So when I think about, I still need to keep going. And the bag is essential for me on this journey. But at this point, that bag doesn't serve me because everything that's in it is weighing me down. It is holding me back. So in order for me to get through life in a manner that is productive, I've got to start to shed some of this weight, which means I've got to start to look at these rocks and say, you know what, this don't even serve me. This happened when I was 5 years old. I don't need this anymore. Let me get rid of that. Okay, let me keep going. Oh, this happened when I was 6. Let me get rid of that. Oh, this happened when I was 6 too. Let me get rid of that. Right? So we've got to be willing to let some things go in order to make room. Because I need that bag. Right? Because that backpack that we're carrying through life is meant to not just hold the hurt and the pain, but it's meant to carry the blessings too. And the blessings are much lighter than the rocks, y'all. Okay? So I've got to spend some time shedding some layers and getting some things out of this bag because I need to make room. So as we go through life and we pick up these situations, we've got to be honest with ourselves and true to ourselves to say, that situation no longer serves me. Everything that is going to come from that relationship, everything that's going to happen tied to that broken heart, to that depression, to that, that loss that we've experienced, everything that I'm going to get from it, I've already gotten from it. I've already cried. I've already lost sleep. I've already had to start taking medicine for depression. I'm already dealing with my anxiety. Everything that hurt is going to give me, it already gave me. See, that is not going to be the gift that keeps on giving. So I'm going to go ahead and start to let some of these things go. I'm going to start to take some of these rocks out of this bag because, listen, I don't even need to carry these things anymore. Right? I'm over it. Okay? So I'm going to start to shed some of these layers. Welcome in, Papa Smurf. I'm going to start to shed some of these layers. And all of a sudden, I found the backpack, y'all. It was under the rocks. And now, I still got some things that I'm working on, right? Because I'm a work in progress. So I'm not going to lie to y'all. There's still some rocks in this bag. But they're not as heavy. And I can get through it. Because I'm still working on me. I'm still doing this shadow work. But now, instead of me focused on the weight of the bag, I don't even realize that the bag is back here now. Because it's lighter. It's easier for me to get through. And I've got room for opportunities. I've got room to learn and grow. And to, get my blessings, right? So now all of a sudden I have an energized spirit. And so I'm going to keep, this momentum. I'm going to keep this positive vibe going by doing things that bring me joy, by doing things that uplift me. And so, that's when we start to tap into activities like getting more active, right? Exercising, pursuing hobbies, and surrounding ourselves with positive people, right? We know that our vibe attracts our tribe. And we know that we're not out here chasing people. So as I start to navigate through life, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to put positive energy out there. And I'm going to consciously and purposely show up and be accountable for my actions. Because that's the type of person that I want to attract into my life. Whether it's my relationships, whether it is my friendships, I want to attract other positive energy people. Right? So I need to come out here every day and I need to vibrate on a high level because I need other people to recognize, oh, she one of us. That's the resource that I want. That's the type of person that I want in my life, right? So I'm gonna start exercising. I'm gonna start pursuing my hobbies and surrounding myself with positive people. And so in doing this, now all of a sudden I have this reserve of good energy. I've got a reserve of good vibes now. And now all of a sudden, this reserve, the same way those rocks were holding me down, now all of a sudden I have this newfound energy that is propelling me forward. Now all of a sudden, this new energy that I have, because now I'm energized, y'all. I'm up, I'm focused, I'm ready. So now I have this fuel to carry me through as I now go out here and achieve my passions and I follow my ambitions. Koala, Rich Risings, welcome in. Crimson Pearl, welcome in. She Ready, I see you. Welcome in, y'all. Happy Wednesday. So yeah, you guys, make sure that you're energizing your spirit. All right. Start to do the things that bring you joy and happiness. Remember, not what society tells you should be doing. Because society going to have y'all subscribe to some things that you are really not interested in, and some things that don't align with your core. So you want to make sure that these subscriptions that you are carrying in life are subscriptions that are of interest to you. Things that bring you joy and happiness. That's what energizing our spirit looks like. And so our affirmation to tie with that is, I am filled with vibrant energy and enthusiasm for life. Thank you. I am filled with vibrant energy and enthusiasm for life. All right, so let's tackle this first V in Revive. The V is for value self-care. Add that to the chat for the people in the back for me, y'all. Value self-care. Value self-care. Yes. So many times with every single client that I meet with, this is an issue. And I can recognize it with all of us for the simple fact that it too was an issue for me back in the day. Oftentimes we put other people's needs and priorities before ours. We are constantly disappointing ourselves and letting ourselves down, neglecting our well-being in the process of trying to care for those around us. Many of us wear multiple hats. We're mothers, we're fathers, we're daughters, we're sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, cousins, grandmothers, grandfathers. Not to mention, we are doctors and lawyers and content creators and life coaches and therapists. Like, we're all of these different things. We have our personal life, we have our family, we have our friends, we have social media, we have all of these things, right? Our jobs, our love life, our relationships, all of these things that we have to show up for every single day because people are counting on us, right? But what about you? Are you not counting on you? So all the time that we're spending focusing on all of our energy on the needs of the people around us, we're suffering. We so busy running around filling everybody's cup up. And I'm like, oh, here I go. I got you. Oh, you need some? Here I go. Wait a minute. I got another bottle. Here I go. And then what happens? I started off with a full cup. Now all of a sudden I just got a little left. But it's still a long line of people. So now what am I going to do? Because I've been running around. Now I'm tired. Now I'm stressed. Now I'm thirsty. And I've got nothing. So it's important for us to value self-care. It is important for us to prioritize our self-care. You know, if you've been around me, I know you've heard this before, but if you've ever been with any other life coach, therapist, if you started tapping into your self-care, you've heard the analogy of when the plane is going down, the flight attendants direct you to put the mask on yourself first. And then they tell you to move about the cabin to help your loved ones. So that is so important and so valuable because it's impossible to pour into other people when your cup is empty. And so you've got to remember that neglecting yourself is not beneficial to the ones that you love. Valuing our self-care means that we're prioritizing our physical, emotional, and mental health. It means that we're doing things like maintaining a balanced diet. We're getting enough sleep on a regular. We're practicing mindfulness. We're doing things that pour into us and bring us joy. And each and every day, we should be starting the day with self-care. We should be ending our day with self-care. That allows us to be more resilient. It allows us to have an attitude of gratitude, right? So we need to wake up each day, and before we pour anything else out for anyone else, we need to fill our cup. We need to fill our cup by doing things that bring us joy to start our day, doing things that allow us to show the universe that we are thankful and grateful for all that we have. I'm not going to wake up in the morning and complain about what I don't have, what I didn't get right yesterday. Right? I'm going to wake up and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this little bit of cereal left in the box, Lord. I'm thankful for these clothes that I got to wear. My shirt wrinkled, but you know what? I got a shirt. And it's a little chilly in the house, but you know, I'm just thankful and grateful that there's a roof over my head. I got the little cereal in the box, y'all, but I'm out of milk, but it's cool. I'm still thankful and grateful for it. Right? So you've got to start the day with an attitude of gratitude, and you've got to start the day by pouring into your cup first. And there's nothing selfish about that. So before the rest of the family gets up, before my husband is up, before the kids are up, you know, before I even take the dogs out to use the bathroom, I got to take care of myself. I got to fill my cup up. I got to drink water when I first wake up in the morning. I got to have me a quiet conversation with the universe. I got to tell God, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you waking me up today in my right mind. I'm thankful that even though this body hurts, that I can still move independently. I'm still breathing on my own. I'm not connected to any machines. Right? Things could be better. I wish I could move about the cabin a little more comfortably, but you know what? That pain reminds me that I'm still here. So I'm going to take this little back pain and, you know, I'm going to take this little thing here, and it's cool. Because it reminds me that I'm still here, that I'm still standing. And, you know, that's all I need is that reminder that I'm still alive. We don't negotiate with terrorists. They can sit here and get this lesson, honey, but they don't get our acknowledgement. We don't acknowledge or engage with the trolls, y'all. My favorite way of saying that is that we don't negotiate with terrorists. If the United States doesn't negotiate with terrorists, why should I? And trolls are terrorists to me, y'all. So I just need y'all to understand that my peace is a priority, so I don't even give them the opportunity. Like, you walk into my room and you say one thing, and I'm like, that's going to be the last thing you ever said. Because at the end of the day, they had the right to remain silent, and they chose not to. So I'm going to just help them. Just shh. Sit down. Be real still, friend. So, again, make sure that you are prioritizing your self-care, that you are valuing your self-care, even doing something as simple as muting a troll in your room because you don't have time for it today. That's me prioritizing my self-care, and me also prioritizing, you know, the people around me because I operate a safe space. But again, when we think about valuing our self-care and prioritizing our self-care, our affirmation to go with this today would be, I prioritize my well-being and nurture my body, mind, and soul. Tell them. I prioritize my well-being and nurture my body, mind, and soul. One more time for the people in the back, just in case they didn't hear us. I prioritize my well-being and I nurture my body, mind, and soul. So then we get to the I in revive. The I is for invite joy. You guys put that in the chat. Invite joy. Invite joy. See, I've got to welcome it in. You stopped carrying all these boulders. You lifted these weights off your shoulders. But now you have to invite joy in. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, lady. I appreciate y'all. We've got to open the door for joy. Remember, if we're waking up every day with this attitude of gratitude, then that means now we're focused on the good and we know that the good gets better. Right? Because I've got an attitude of gratitude. So I'm thankful and grateful for every single thing that I have. And now all of a sudden, I'm ready to stack these blessings. Because I've been carrying these burdens. But now I've lifted the burdens off. So now I need to invite some joy into my life. Right? Because I'm prioritizing myself. I'm focused on my self-care. And I'm looking to fill my cup. And the first way that I know that I can fill my cup is to have more joy, right? To focus on the good, because the good gets better. I'm going to attract more positive energy. So I'm going to invite joy into my life. Understanding that happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. And to invite joy into our lives, we must first seek out and embrace experience that bring us pleasure and laughter. So when I think about my self-care, my self-care activities don't add stress to my life. My self-care activities don't, bring a burden to me. It's not, something that I have to do. It is something that I get to do. And so I'm going to make sure that the items and the tasks or the hobbies that I take up bring me joy, bring me happiness, and bring me pleasure. And I don't want to overextend myself, so I'm not going to choose tasks that now I can't afford to do. Right? I'm going to place this emphasis on myself to say, you know what? Joy doesn't cost a thing. I don't need a penny to have happiness. There are certain things that I can do, people that I can hang out with, and activities that I can take part in that don't cost me anything but time. And don't get it twisted. Time is probably the most valuable thing that we have, because it is the one thing we cannot get back. So if I'm going to spend my time doing something, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth, as we say, right? I want to make sure that it is bringing me happiness, bringing me joy, and bringing me pleasure. So I encourage each and every one of you to make sure that you are making it a point to spend time with your loved ones. I want you guys to be engaging in activity and embracing, embracing things that bring you pleasure. You are going to want to make sure that, like I said, you're engaging in activities that make you smile. Cultivating a sense of playfulness, right? Going back to like that childlike playfulness and happiness, before life got to lifing, right? Before we started adulting. As a kid, we rushed into this adult thing, not realizing they done sold us a dream. They didn't give us all the instructions. And so now all of a sudden we are rethinking things and we're reanalyzing things. And, on this process and during this journey, we have to remember that joy is contagious, right? So the more we invite joy into our lives, then the more joy we're out here able to spread to others. And if y'all think about it, this joy, this happiness that we're seeking, that we're inviting into our life, that is the fuel for change. That is what we need to create this shift in the world. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm really tired of the mess and the stress. I'm really tired of the drama and all the toxic energy that people serve out there. So I'm going to wake up every day and I'm going to spread a positive message, right? Because I can. Because I choose to. Because it's my birthright to. So I'm going to wake up every day and I'm going to spread a positive message, and I'm going to, give the best that I have after I fill my own cup first. And then I'm going to invite joy into my life. I'm going to make room for positivity. I don't care how hurt I've been over the years. I don't care what has happened in my life. I know that I can wake up every day and choose to be a better person than I was yesterday. Right? I can wake up every single day and make decisions that benefit me, that bring me joy, that align with my values, and allow me to operate authentically and unapologetically. Because isn't that the goal? Right? We want to operate authentically and unapologetically as we head forth to this purpose-filled place that we're trying to get to. Because each and every one of us are seeking to find our purpose. We say we want to walk by faith, not by sight. I want to see some things, y'all. But I definitely have the faith of a mustard seed. But I know that, faith without work is dead. And there's nothing coming from it. So I got to be more than faithful. I got to put some work into it. And the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is if I'm open to new opportunities. If I'm inviting joy in my life. If I'm prioritizing my self-care. So then we think about this affirmation for invite joy. And a very simple affirmation that you could say daily is, I welcome joy and laughter into my life every day. Thank you, Crimson. I welcome joy and laughter into my life every day. I welcome joy and laughter into my life every day. And so now that sets us up for the second V. This second V in Revive is for visualize positivity. Yes, tell them, Crimson Pearl. I visualize positivity. Y'all add that to the chat. Visualize positivity. Because the only way we're truly going to be able to revive ourselves is if we see the purpose of this. If we can see the positivity. Because we're not out here doing things that is ultimately going to leave us miserable. We're doing things that are supposed to improve the quality of our life. Things that are supposed to make us feel better, make us look better, make us be better, right? So we need to start to visualize the positivity. We need to start to be able to see the good and focus on the good, because it's the only way that these good things are going to get better. Yes, bipolar black chick. For those of you who are interested in catching this on the replay, these are available on our YouTube. If you just search at LifeCoach614, you are able to go over there and subscribe and tap into all the resources, which do include our live replays as well as some additional love notes from me to you. All right, so we're talking about visualizing positivity, right? And so we understand that our thoughts, the way we think, shapes our reality. And so by focusing on positive outcomes and positive possibilities, we have the opportunity to shift our mindset and begin to attract positive experiences, right? So for my pessimistic people, don't count yourself out. You can choose to be more optimistic about life. When you find yourself with these limiting beliefs, because that's what it is, when you have this can't mentality, when you have this impossible thought process, you just have to say, you know what? It's not impossible. When the very word impossible says I'm possible. So sure, I might have looked at a situation in the beginning and thought, man, that's impossible. I cannot do that. I can't get back up again. Listen, I've been knocked down. It is impossible for me to get up one more time. I've been getting up for 45 years, y'all. It's impossible for me to do it again. And as I sit and I start reflecting and I start prioritizing my self-care, I'm able to recognize that that word impossible that I've been seeing for 45 years actually says I'm possible. So now all of a sudden I'm shifting my mindset. I'm starting to let go of these limiting beliefs. The belief that I can't do something. The belief that I'm not worthy of something. So I'm going to start to shift my mindset to attract a more positive perspective. And so now, we can do things like utilizing visualization techniques to start to imagine our goals and to start to see our dreams as it's already done, right? So we do things, we make these vision boards, right? Remember as a kid, we used to cut up magazines and talk about, I'm a drive, this car, and I'm gonna live in this house, and I'm gonna marry this person. We're gonna have 3 kids. It's gonna be 2 boys and a girl, and my girl gonna be the youngest because her brother's got to take care of her. And I'm gonna be taking trips, and I'm gonna have a summer home. And as a kid, we had all of these amazing thoughts and dreams because we could see it. So much so as a kid that when we were talking about taking these trips, I could feel the sun on my skin. I could hear the waves in the background. So we got to get back to that. We've got to get back to being able to see ourselves doing it. Because listen, if it's something that you want in life, if it's something that you are trying to achieve in your life, if you cannot physically see yourself having it, doing it, achieving it, or conquering it, then what do you want it for? Right? So if I couldn't see myself standing on stages in other countries teaching about self-care, why would I want to do it? So I've got to see it, y'all. I see me on stage talking to people all over the world. I see me on stage creating physical self-care buildings for the club that allow us the opportunity to reach more people, where people can come to us. Because see, I don't chase people, I attract people. So I just want to build the building. And they say if you build it, they will come, right? So all of a sudden now I'm visualizing my positivity. I've created this virtual self-care club, but now all of a sudden I realize that, listen, I can have a physical location. I see me there. So much so, y'all, that I am not an architect. However, I have already drawn up the plans for my building because I see it. Y'all, I see my office. I see how my office is decorated, down to the parking spaces to make it convenient for people. I see the convenience in having a physical one-stop shop for self-care where you can come for your healing. You got a meeting with your coach, come on in here. You need to see a therapist, go on back. You need a little time, focusing on nature and tapping in, going over there and love on the plants. You feeling a little creative today? That's cool. Going in the back to the art studio. You need a little therapy. You want to get your chakras together. The sound healer is in there. Go see Lo. Right? Whatever it is you need. Oh, it's too loud at home. You need some quiet, some peace of mind. Let me go in and take you in here and get these frequencies playing. Let me help you realign your chakras. Got a little trouble fixing your crown? It's cool. We got you. Come here. I already see it. So much so that y'all already see my staff. Because I can visualize it. And so by doing these, visualizing techniques, it allows us to recognize and see things as if it's already done. Okay? So then the universe is like, hold on. She wants this. And she already see it. She already see the plan. Let me help her get to that. Let me help push her over into the right direction. Right? And so I visualize my dreams as if I've already achieved them. So that's why when people be like, oh, she acting new, baby, I am new. I'm on a whole nother level. See, I'm down here with y'all, but really I'm up here. Right? So when people be like, oh, she's acting brand new, Indy is. Because I am new. I'm a better version of me than I was yesterday. And I already know where I'm going. I already see it. I already got it. It's mine. Right? Victory is mine. It's my winning season. This is the day. Right? And I already know that God has a blessing with my name on it. So I am really not concerned about what happened yesterday. Like, at all. So having this mentality allows us, and it not only motivates us, but it allows us to open our minds to opportunities that we might otherwise overlook. So again, when you have these goals, I'm really big on telling you guys that your goals have to be SMART goals. Right? You've got to be specific. You've got to be able to measure them. Right? They got to be achievable. If I can't see me doing it, it ain't happening. Because if I can't see it, what am I doing? I'm never going to achieve it. I don't even see me doing it. They got to be realistic for me. And what's realistic for me might not be realistic for you. Why? Because what's for me is for me. That ain't for you. As our little troll friend so eloquently put it, the things that I eat will never make you shit. So what's for me is mine. It's kind of like my cup. What goes into my cup is for me. What overflows out of my cup, oh, that's for y'all. So the blessings that the universe pours into my cup, see, that got my name on it. But the other things are for you guys. You can't even spell, my love. Like you're very entertaining. You can sit in the nosebleed section too. So we've got to be willing to see the goal. and to visualize it, okay? And so when we think of the affirmation that goes along with this, our affirmation would be, I envision positive outcomes and attract success into my life. Let me say that again. I envision positive outcomes and attract, not chase. I attract success into my life. And then the last letter of revive is E. E. Embrace rejuvenation. Embrace rejuvenation. We must allow ourselves to embrace rejuvenation. That means we've got to be willing to and accountable enough to take breaks and recharge. We cannot run ourselves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have got to be willing to press pause. Yes, embrace rejuvenation. We've got to be, open to taking vacations, short getaways, or simply a day off. A lot of us work these corporate jobs, right? And they give us vacation time that many of us don't use. We have these resources put in place that encourage us to take time off. When you're sick, take time off. Yet, how many of you work with people who come to work and they're sick, spreading their germs to everyone else? Welcome in, little bear. Hey, Becky. Thank you so much for being here. So we've got to start to say, you know what? I'm not feeling good. I'm a little under the weather. Y'all gonna need to get somebody else to do it. Because I have enough respect for myself to stay home and care for myself, but I also respect the people around me and I don't want y'all to get sick. Or, you know what? I'm feeling overwhelmed. My anxiety is at an all-time high. I am struggling and suffering. I'm gonna need to take some vacation days. I need a mental health break. Right? There's no shame in that. To say, you know what, I'm not myself. And in order for me to get back to the person that I know I am, and in order for me to honor myself, it means I need to press pause on all of this. Because the thing that many of us as employees of other people's companies, what we don't understand is, if we keep running ourselves on E, when we break, what happens is we break ourselves down. The depression takes over. The anxiety starts to win. So now all of a sudden we're broken down. We're tired, right? So now it's affecting our health. It has worsened from just our mental to now our physical health is suffering. We got high blood pressure. We've got diabetes. Our cholesterol is through the roof. All of these things are now happening. And what we're doing is we're slowly killing ourselves. Right? We're slowly killing ourselves because we're not focused on ourselves. We're not pausing and taking time to pour into ourselves. So now all of a sudden, these corporations, they have us running like we're machines. We're not. We're not machines. We have feelings. And so we have to start to advocate for ourselves, because guess what? Thank you. Guess what? If we don't, then the alternative is we die. So now we die. But guess what? Before we are in the ground, good, right? Before our loved ones are finished mourning our loss, our position is filled. Y'all think that they gonna stop what they doing? Y'all work for these companies. Y'all think that they're gonna stop and give a damn? No, a job still has to be done. The same way the position was empty before you got there and you filled that position, as soon as you were gone for whatever reason, they're going to fill your position. Because their mentality is that one monkey don't stop no show. Don't be going out here telling people Life Coach called you a monkey. Okay? But as soon as your seat is empty, someone else is going to be ready to fill it. It's somebody right now in your office who like, shoot, if she don't come today, I'll do it. Hell, you could be in your seat and there's some people right now next to you like, I got it. I'll do it. Like, sit down. So y'all have to be willing to embrace rejuvenation, to say, you know what? I'm not okay today. I'm not myself today. I'm not feeling well today. I'm not operating at my highest level. I'm a little low vibrational today. And this ain't me. So respectfully, I'm going to press pause. And I'm going to spend a little time prioritizing my self-care. So y'all, my job, this corporate job that I used to have, they were so used to me working, especially when COVID took place, because then we were working from home. So I started working like longer hours because I'm like, hell, I'm home. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I can go downstairs, put the food in the crock pot for dinner, come back upstairs, keep working. Like I had this going mentality. And so my job had this taking mentality. And they would try to tempt me with, well, you guys get unlimited overtime. Pause. That unlimited overtime pushes me into an even higher tax bracket. I'm not even seeing or reaping the rewards of this. I'm working harder because every other dollar that I make, somebody else has their hand out to take. Right? So they would try to trick you with that. Or, you know how companies, they'd be like, oh, if y'all work through lunch or y'all work overtime, we'll buy pizza. Y'all know good and well that we on this medication for this diabetes and high blood pressure and, you know, all of these things. Pizza is the last thing that Susan in accounting's cholesterol needs. Okay? Like, what? So what they would do is when we were working from home, they're like, oh, we're going to send you, you know, DoorDash, like vouchers or gift cards or whatever. So I can order some more stuff that's not healthy. Wait, Paul, like, it doesn't make sense. But they would dangle little carrots in front of us. They would be like, ooh, try this. Ooh, do this. So you've got to step back sometimes and say, wait a minute, that this doesn't make sense. Like, at some point, you've got to check the numbers and realize that the math ain't mathing. I'm giving all this time. I'm working all these hours. And meanwhile, as I'm working all of these hours and I'm under the weather because y'all, it was so bad during COVID, even working from home, that you know how if you were a person who worked in the office, if you had to go to work, but you had COVID, then you had to quarantine for 2 weeks. Well, this company was like, well, you're already at home. So if you feel up to working, first of all, fuck you. I'm not working. If I had to come into the office, I would have to quarantine for the you know, the 10 days or whatever. So why, if I'm a work from home employee, do I still not deserve the opportunity to heal? You're going to tell me, well, since you're already working from home and we don't have to worry about you spreading it, how about I got a fever of 102? How about I'm struggling to breathe because I feel like I got no air? But at the end of the day, all they saw was the bottom line. So it was during that period of me working from home, I had to say, you know what? I'm sick. Even if it just means I'm sick of y'all today. I'm not feeling good. I got a headache. I don't like it. Then I started tapping into realizing I don't owe you an explanation. I'm not okay today. Right? So when I would call off work, I would say I need to take the day to prioritize my self-care. And so they had no idea what to say, y'all. They was like, wait, she gonna do what? Do we have to pay her for that? You absolutely have to pay me for it. It's a mental health day. So I'm gonna take the day to prioritize my self-care. I gotta go. Right? Like, I gotta go. Can't today, y'all. Can't work right now. I'm doing things that bring me joy. Even if it means I'm going back to bed because I'm tired, right? So I was able to, you know, tap into taking my vacations and taking short getaways, a staycation, right? Day dates, date nights, right? Spending time with our families instead of serving this master, serving what society tells us we've got to chase, to saying, you know what, I'm gonna pour into me. I'm gonna bring some joy and happiness back to myself. Thank you guys for the gifts and the loyalty tickets. I appreciate you guys. So make space for rest and renewal, because that is ultimately something very crucial in our journey, you guys. And we've got to embrace these moments of rejuvenation in order to maintain our vitality and enthusiasm. See, when I took these mental health days, I could come back the next day less stressed. So then Susan and accounting don't bother me no more. Right? So, again, making space for rest, being accountable to yourself and being true to yourself is something that is so important for you, to give you that boost that you need, that will to keep going. Okay? So when I think of the affirmation for rejuvenate, embrace rejuvenation, that is a tongue twister, y'all. I'm struggling. When I think of the affirmation for this, it is, I give myself permission to rest and rejuvenate. And I want y'all to put that one in the chat, because I know a lot of us struggle with giving ourselves permission. Right? When somebody calls you and they say, what you doing? And you like, nothing, just laying on the couch. They're like, oh, you want to pause? I said I was doing nothing. I didn't say looking for something to do. So if you call me and you ask me what I'm doing and I say nothing, your next sentence shouldn't be something for me to do, because I said I'm doing nothing. Now, if you call me and say, what are you doing? And I say, looking for something to do, what's up? Then you say, girl, you want to go here and do this? Would you like to be a part of this? But if you call and I say I'm doing nothing, respect the fact that I'm doing nothing, because I give myself permission to rest and rejuvenate and binge watch Bridgerton on Netflix. Okay, I give myself permission to go back and watch season 1 of Bridgerton and season 2 of Bridgerton, because that's my jam. So I give myself permission to do it all day long. Right? I give myself permission to watch 12 seasons of The Walking Dead. I give myself permission to engage in whatever brings me peace, whatever brings me joy, whatever brings me comfort. Right? And I don't have to explain that to anyone. So when people say, what are you doing? And I say nothing, I have no problem shutting down whatever mess they're going to give me next. Right. If I want to sit, and spend the whole entire month of June, watching 650 seasons of Law and Order SVU, that's my business. And I know that I've saw it already 32 times. I watched it live when it first came out. But you know what? This is the day. And I want to do it again. Right? Because I feel like I missed some things before, and I can solve them cases better now. Right? Because I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. So give yourself permission to rest. Understanding that just like self-care looks different from all of us, rest and rejuvenation looks different from all of us. For some of us, a nap is what we need for rest. For others, it might mean binge watching TV to quiet down everything else that's going on around me. It might mean putting my headphones on and tapping into some frequencies, or listening to some 8D music. It looks different for all of us. So make sure that you are giving yourself permission. I give myself permission to rest and rejuvenate. So as we start to close up today, I want to remind you guys that the word revive is not just a set of actions, but it's a way of life. By reconnecting with yourself, energizing our spirits, valuing our self-care, inviting joy, visualizing positivity, and embracing rejuvenation, we have the ability to transform our lives from the inside out. So let's commit to this journey of personal renewal, and let's inspire others to do the same, right? Because we're not gatekeepers. Listen, I can still have my joy. I can still have my positivity. I can still have my peace. And I can also inspire other people to do the same. So I get to show up and I get to say, you know what? Listen, oh, you want to know why I'm so happy? Oh, let me tell you. Y'all want to know why I'm so joyous? Let me tell y'all. Good morning, DJ Rest. How are you? Z Rest. How are you? So again, make sure that you guys are spreading positivity on purpose. Make sure that you are pouring into yourself and filling your cup up. Keep your cups full. Prioritize your self-care. And I have a story for y'all today. I know we're doing great with time today, y'all. I've got a story for y'all. A story of revival. Okay? So just roll with me for a second and let me know what y'all think about this little story. All right? So I'm going to introduce y'all to a woman named Ella. And Ella was known for her kind heart and her unwavering dedication to work. She's a little worker bee, y'all, okay? Ella, the worker bee. And so she spent her days tirelessly managing the local bakery, right? So her job every single morning was to get those fresh baked goods, all done, fill the air with amazing sweet treats for everyone, right? But amidst, all of her daily tasks that she was doing, and, number one bakery in the state, and, all of these accolades that she has, Ella felt a deep weariness within her soul. Like she knew something just wasn't quite right. And during this time, Ella had forgotten how to connect with herself. And Ella could see that when these people would come into the bakery and giving them just a little, delectable treat, how she turned their day around and made these people so happy. And all the little children are smiling, and she's making cakes for every event in the state, right? But she's lost this ability to connect with herself and to find joy or to even nurture her own spirit. So one evening, after a particularly long day, Ella stumbled upon an old book in her attic. And the title of this book was Revive, The Path to Personal Renewal. And so Ella said, man, I've been kind of feeling this. Like I need some sort of revival. So now Ella's intrigued by this book. And so she opens the book and she starts reading. And she begins to discover several principles within this book that resonated with her. Principles like reconnecting with self, energizing your spirit, valuing your self-care, inviting joy, visualizing positivity, and embracing rejuvenation. So each principle that Ella read about in this book had these affirmations that spoke directly to her heart. And so the next morning, Ella stayed up, she read this book, and now the next morning she decided, you know what, I'm going to take this book's advice because I feel like this is the answer that I needed. So when Ella started off on her journey, and she was headed into work, she said, you know what, I'm going to take a walk, right? I'm not going to rush to work. It's not that far away. It's only a few blocks away. I'm not going to take the car. I'm going to leave a little bit earlier and I'm going to take a walk through the park to work today. So that way I can enjoy, some nature. So I can hear these peaceful sounds, and I can begin to reconnect with myself. And as Ella was walking to work this day, she began whispering this affirmation that she remembered from the day before. And so as Ella's walking through the park on her way to work, she said, I am in tune with my inner self, and I embrace my true identity. And so now all of a sudden, Ella feels this sense of calm wash over her. And so now she's determined to energize her spirit. So as Ella was at work, she decided, you know what? I've got a team behind me. I don't have to do all of this today. So Ella tells her team, you know what? I'm going to head out a little early today. I got some other things that I need to take care of. And so the team is like, no problem, boss. We got you. That's what we're here for. It takes a village, Ella. So Ella decides on her walk back home, she stops by and she sees these people dancing. And Ella's like, oh my God, I used to love to dance as a child. So the lady behind the desk in the dance studio sees Ella looking in the window, and the lady waves at her, hey, come here. So Ella goes in, and the lady says, I remember you. You used to dance when you were younger. And Ella said, yeah, I haven't really had time to do it. And so the lady tells her, well, this is the time. So the lady convinces her to go ahead and start to sign up for these local dance classes again. So the lady said, well, why don't you stay for today? We've got extra clothes over here if you want to, change into something more comfortable, because I see you've been at work. But why don't you just stay today? So Ella said, well, I ain't got nothing else to do, y'all. Right? So now all of a sudden Ella says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this class, and I'm going to do it today because there's no time like the present. And I deserve this, right? So the rhythm and the movement that, Ella started enjoying in the class, it began invigorating her, filling her with vibrant energy, the energy that she hasn't felt in years, right? So now, as Ella's dancing, her thoughts begin to calm, and Ella begins to say, and recognize that now all of a sudden she's filled with this vibrant energy, and she has this new enthusiasm for life. And so she kept repeating to herself, I am filled with vibrant energy, and I have a new enthusiasm for life. And she's dancing, and the music is playing, and she's calm, and she's watching herself in the mirror, and she can see herself. She can visualize herself being happy, feeling better. So now all of a sudden, with Ella, she's now attracting this positive energy into her life. Valuing her self-care became a daily practice for her. And so now, all of a sudden, Ella began setting time aside each day, right? In the evenings when she would get home from dancing, she would leave work at a decent hour. She would go and do the dance classes. And now when she comes home in the evening, she says, I'm not done. I need more, right? So she starts to set aside time for a warm bath. She plays the frequencies in the background, and, she starts to meditate. She starts reading more because she recognized in the attic there were more books up there. So she said, I want to continue to further my knowledge because now I'm starting to tap into all of these things that bring me joy. Right? So now Ella is hungry, y'all. And so Ella recognizes that if I continue to set time aside for myself and I continue to do what fuels me, then I can continue to nourish my body. So Ella said, you know what, when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to start to buy healthier things because I'm pouring into my mind and I'm being more active. So now I got to be more mindful of what I eat. Because eating all these baked goods that I have every day, that's not it. So much so that Ella even decided to start creating delicious sugar-free options. Right? Because now she's trying to do better, y'all. So she started creating additional treats for the bakery to tap into people who say, you know what? I want more people to enjoy what I do. So let me create additional options for them. Because Ella's feeling good. She's looking good. Now she's operating at a higher level. So now she wants to spread this. And she wants other people to feel this too. So as she continues to prioritize her well-being and nurture her body, she now is inviting joy into her life, and she's spreading positivity. So Ella now starts to reconnect with her old friends, and she's even made time for these spontaneous adventures and getaways. And now that she's retapped into her support system, she's able to laugh, and she's able to share stories and create new memories with people. And so now she's welcoming joy into her life. And she's able to laugh every day, when life for her just a few weeks ago was heavy and dark and burdening her. Right? And she felt all alone, and she felt like she had to do everything by herself. But now that she's starting to prioritize her self-care, she realizes that she has a community around her. And so now that Ella is able to visualize this positivity, y'all listen, that was the game changer for her. Now Ella begins to see her dreams as achievable. Now Ella is able to see not only the community in which she's serving, but the community of supporters that she has backing her. Now Ella got a little pep in her step, y'all. Ella brand new. She not the Ella that she was last week, honey. Right? She no longer has this disease to please. She's more thankful. She's more grateful to the things that she has. And now Ella is a goal getter, right? Because she wants more in life. So she's able to build her team, which means she's putting other people on. She's able to hire more staff because it makes sense. So she doesn't have to do it all by herself. But when she felt alone, she felt like all she had was herself. She didn't recognize the people she had around her supporting her, encouraging her, rooting for her. So now, Ella's taking, these getaways. She's spending more time with herself. She's doing things that bring her joy as she continues to spread joy to others. And so months have passed, and, Ella's transformation was evident to everyone around her. The bakery flourished. Now, all of a sudden, Ella's able to open a new bakery. And just before, remember, months ago, Ella barely had time to manage this one. Now, all of a sudden, Ella has multiple bakeries open, y'all. And so, all of a sudden, people are starting to see that her smile is brighter. She's walking with confidence. She's walking with her head up high. And, people are encouraged by her. They're inspired by her. Other people say, I want to be like her, right? Because what she's got going on, I can see that for myself too. And so Ella began to share these principles with people. And it started with those closest to her, so her staff, her family. She was able to tell them, hey, the principles surrounding Revive is what changed my life. Self-care changed my life. And so now she's spreading this principle of Revive to everyone else. She's sharing what she does for her self-care. She's telling other people to prioritize themselves. She's making sure that her staff is taking time off, and she's valuing, her time and their time equally. And so now that Ella is on this mission to, continue to grow through everything that she's going through in life, Ella is being this bright beacon of light for her community. And who would have thought that this little baker, right? This little girl who loved to bake cookies could grow up and be such an inspiration to her entire community. And thereafter, every single night, as Ella closed her eyes and gets ready to go to bed, Ella whispers to herself, I am in tune with my inner self, and I embrace my true identity, knowing 100% that she has found her path to personal renewal. And now Ella, because she has taken the time to focus on her self-care, is now fully walking in her purpose. Because she knows who she is, she knows what she believes, and she knows exactly what she wants. So, that is my story for you guys about revival and the importance of reviving oneself. When we think back to how we started in the beginning, Revive, as it's defined as a verb in the dictionary, is to bring back to life or consciousness. To restore to use, activity, or notice. To renew in vigor, health, or spirit. Or to reawaken or stimulate memories, feelings, or the like. So I told you guys in the beginning, the word revive encompasses the idea of bringing something back from a state of decline or inactivity to one of activity and improved condition. So when we think about Ella was in a state of decline. She was burning the candle at two ends, right? And so things weren't looking up for her. She had a really good thing going, but things weren't looking up for her because she was in a state of decline. There was inactivity. She wasn't making the most of her time, right? And she was getting a lot of things done, but she wasn't feeling fulfilled. And so once Ella learned the principles of revive, she was able to improve the condition of her life, improve the quality of her life, and was able to realize that I can have it all. I can have a career. I can have a family. I can have friends. I can have a social life. Right? I can do these hobbies. I can pour into myself as I help other people as well. So make sure that you guys are tapping into the principles of revive. And I'm going to say them for you one more time. If you wish to improve the quality of your life, you have to do so by focusing inward, starting with you. And in order to revive, you must reconnect with yourself, energize your spirit, value your self-care, invite joy into your life, and visualize positivity. Lastly, embrace rejuvenation. So that's it, y'all. That's y'all's word for today. The word for today is revive. I want y'all to take that. I want you to share that. I want y'all to think about Ella and all that Ella was able to accomplish, knowing that, listen, I'm Ella. You're Ella. He's Ella. She's Ella. We're all Ella. And maybe it's not a bakery that we run. Maybe we don't even own our own business. But there's a lot that we could learn. So be like Ella, y'all. Be like Ella. Revive. So I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Your presence, as well as the gifts that you guys have shared during the live stream, really mean a lot to me. All of the support that you guys provide, the engagement, all of the interaction by sharing the live, tapping the screen, all of these things directly benefit us and really fuel our mission, okay? And that's why we're able to keep coming back every day to do what we do. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you for simply being here, spending your time with me and giving me your attention. For those of you who are interested in learning more about the Self-Care Club, if you would like to tap into these free resources, look, y'all, we have homework. All right. And so here at the Self-Care Club, again, we're not gatekeepers. So all of the notes from today, even the story of Ella, are posted to our website each day. There is a section on selfcareclub.org called Nurturing You. And that is our homework section for our Self-Care Club members. It is a free resource that is available to everyone. So if you tap in to selfcareclub.org, you can scroll down and get to the Nurturing You section. And you can go back and read the notes from every single day. All right. So if you want to learn more about Revive, if you want to get into, the other words from earlier in the month, because maybe this is your first day here, I encourage you to tap into the selfcareclub.org and get these free resources, y'all. All right. You can also book your personalized one-on-one life coaching session. So if you want to meet with me directly for a 1-hour coaching session, we also have some 30-minute sessions out there. So if you just need a few mindful minutes Let's say you want to do like a 30-minute meditation. We offer that as well. There are plenty of resources out here. And like I said, let's heal together, y'all. All right, let's keep growing through these things that we're going through in life. And so, if someone is ready to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, all of my new clients get a free 30-minute session with me. So even if you want nothing more than to just take advantage of the freebie, go to selfcareclub.org, book your free 30-minute coaching session with me today, and start to tap into those resources. And let's help you be like Ella. All right. And so make sure, if we are not friends already, that you guys give me a follow so that way we can stay connected. I hope to see each and every one of you again during our next group coaching session. So we do meet Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, it's free. Free 99. Still, that Texas boy said, did you say free? Yes, I did. Free 30-minute session. Because listen, before I take on a new client, I need to know you're for me, and you need to know I'm for you. Because y'all, I'm not for everybody. And I'm real intentional about who gets to experience me. I value my time, and I value other people's time. And so I don't want us to waste each other's time. So I give away a free 30-minute session to every new client. So that way we can make sure we're a good fit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not for everybody. And I'm fully aware that everybody's not for me. So the fact that I have the ability to read people's energies, I know if this is going to work, if this is going to be a good fit. If not, I kindly empower you to do something different. But seriously, guys, for those of you, if we're not friends already, like I said, be sure to give me a follow so we can stay connected. Tap into selfcareclub.org. Like I said, there are a lot of resources out there. I believe in spreading my vibe. So positivity is what I do all day, every day, y'all. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, head over to YouTube, type in at LifeCoach614, and hit that subscribe button, press the bell so that way you get notifications. We'll be going live over there soon. In addition to you guys getting the information for the radio station here soon. So yeah, we've got a lot going on, and it's for good reason, because we're trying to take this message on the road, y'all. We're trying to reach as many people as we possibly can everywhere, because we could all use a little extra self-care. So I absolutely do hope that each and every one of you have an amazing day filled with purpose, on purpose. Be sure to spend some time today pouring into you, fill your cup up. And like I said, remember, what goes inside that cup is for you. What overflows to outside of that cup is for those around you. So if your desire is to fill other people's cups, you must first fill your own. All right? Back tomorrow for another one of our group life coaching sessions. We'll be back live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's what I got for y'all. So I love y'all. Go revive. Be like Ella. Be like Ella, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.